Last time, then, the coterie discussed the events to come before spending the night at the mine. Work was resumed, and several carts of silver were loaded up and stored, while one was brought back to the town in Isaiah's shop specifically. There, he managed to wake up and get briefed by Maria, who most hurriedly told him that the influential Guo Kang requested a meeting with him. The entire coterie moved on to his estate in haste, being treated to a little tea ceremony where all but Yolanda failed not to spit up the substance. Kang didn't seem surprised or shaken by this, but then he showed hardly any emotion at all. He claimed the public reason for his visit was to discuss selling this tea in Isaiah's shop, while the private meeting was a pitched partnership regarding that silver mine. Your host claimed to know much, and to still have contacts amidst the Burris bandits, as well as legal power that would let them remain in control even if the law tried to screw them out of it. For this, he requested half the mine's outputs, eventually agreeing that he'd even handle all the refinement and sales himself out of his own share, and even lend some experienced miners to increase efficiency. All things he was very well positioned to do with his copper mine and its infrastructure. Smelting began almost immediately when Isaiah got the first cart delivered, and with that, the price they could make off the crude silver rocks grew exponentially. Meanwhile, Yolanda checked back on her business and managed to make some of the neighbors lay off with their slander and other miscellaneous shitty behavior. This was, of course, after swinging by the mayor with Elena, arranging a meeting with the man's wife, whom said mayor had nothing but praise for, even crediting her with all his success and revealing that he'd been a simple beachcomber before she came into his life. He was warm especially to Elena, hearing of her lost spouse, which was nice after the cold reception back at the clinic. Dr. Martinez was deeply shaken by the past few days, and the corpse Elena left him with in particular, making himself mangle the body to hide the bite markings, and musing what bite marks even meant. Still, he remained a friend, far from mad with her, even offering her further information, potentially. He told her of another strange woman in town who came in for very common pregnancy symptoms with her husband 2 odd years ago. A woman with intimidating bug-like teeth and strange eyes. Though she wasn't visited by anyone in the coterie, the last thing we managed last night was a certain rescue mission. With the aid of some native bandits from the late Burris's crew, now with White Wolf leading them, the battle was won quickly with minimal casualties. 2 children were shot in the crossfire, but both of them will pull through. Most of the rescues, the 3 dozen tallest, were brought to join the war party despite their youth, while the younger ones were given to the coterie as a test of sort, allegedly. For this help, the Beastman gave answer to some questions, explaining that Cainites, vampires, were real. They were a creation of a dark god simply known as the Void, an endless consumptive evil that would make eventually all things its food. He told them plainly that their bodies now belonged to a parasite of sorts, one that could and would seize full control of their faculties if sufficiently scared or hungry. He told them a large amount of common information, their weakness to fire and faith, their method of propagation, their immortality. He also warned that spirits belong in the Weaver's realm, the afterlife, and any on Earth could only be so because of dark, void-touched magic. More ominously, he warned spirits could do far more than watch when a powerful necromancer held their reins, though he might have a contact or 2 that could help you combat them. With that, the group separated. The natives brought back to the silver mine and the coterie near the end of their night. It's 4 a.m., February 27th, and you've just got settled inside the gates. What do you do?
Still sundown, you said? Still
It's 4
nighttime?
a.m., so you have like 2 or 3 hours.
And we got some people with us, you said?
14 native children between the ages of like 12 and 2.
We can... They can stay at my business free and settled in.
Will we make it back to the city before sunup?
No, you wouldn't make it back to the city. You discussed this last session. You thought the mine was better because they were expecting these kids in the city, and someone might take them.
That's right. Okay.
We
We
need
can make it to the mine, no problem.
We need to get up some of the men Tell them they'll have to help care for the children.
There's
I'll make
already
a-
at least a couple topside after the amidst the mining operations, including 3 on the ramparts keeping lookout. More than one of them is staring at the, children now unloading off your wagon.
We need to. All right. Let's get these children settled in somewhere comfortable. But you do it. They're not fans of me at the moment, if you remember.
Yes.
Of course.
They did watch you drink a man, yes.
I will take care of the children's.
Yeah.
You get the children situated, Elena. I will talk with the men about caring for them. We'll throw up another bunkhouse if we can, but it will take a day or 2.
The kids,
do
if
you-
nobody stops them, are making their way underground almost immediately. You even hear one of the men cursing half-heartedly that one of them took his lamps.
What do you want me to do?
We'll need more supplies. This is a lot of mouths to feed. Tomorrow evening, would you be able to go down and do the shopping?
Sure, but I still.
I mean, to be fair, you already had 20 men here, so it's not like this is going to make food run out in a day, but yes, you are going to run out faster than expected.
I'll go. I'll go shopping tomorrow. But I remember I do have a meeting with the mayor's wife.
Of course.
7 or 9 p.m., I believe. I believe he, I don't think he gave you a specific time. I think he just said try to come early in the evening.
Yeah. So
Because,
tomorrow.
the last 2 times you went to his house, I think it was 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. respectively.
Yeah. So tomorrow evening, tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna head back to town, and the first thing I'm gonna do is head to the mayor's place to meet with his wife.
In that case, I will make a list if you could just deliver it to Maria on the way. She can arrange for the supplies to be ready to leave the next evening.
All right, make a list, and I will bring it to her after I'm done meeting with the mayor's wife, though.
Hopefully, Mr. Kang can get some of that silver sold quick enough to pay for it. Otherwise, I have $25 I can put down. It'll feed everyone a few days.
And see what I could do as well on my end.
Thank
But,
you.
but
If you could also see if there's additional medical supplies that you could buy, I they're going to need more than just food and water.
We could use at least a barber up here.
one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Of course.
Let's just focus on the children, and also let's get to that house, that special house inside.
Remind me, actually, by the way, Miss Elena, what's her masculine medicine?
My skill in medicine. Sorry, let me get that pulled up real quick. I believe it is a crap. Come on, scroll down. There we go. I have a 3 in the 3 dots in medicine.
And in that case, I don't think you're even going to roll, as the subject of the children and their injuries comes up. It is an extraordinarily bad idea, even with bandages, for those kids to be underground in that place full of little dust and,
Yeah. I figured
Like,
if
it might be
anything,
okay
we
if
could
they go
set up
all the way
like
down to, like, the tiled area, but anywhere else, that'll get infected.
There's a bunk room. There's those prison rooms. We could bring down supplies. They could be in there.
I don't know if that would be a good idea to put them in a prison room.
They're
Perhaps we
just
could
large empty rooms.
see, but there's no windows, there's no ventilation. It's all underground. Perhaps we could uh, get some tents. They could sleep outside the mine.
You have
Like,
tents.
right, we can set those up for now. We'll need more buildings here as time goes on anyway. Building a bunkhouse would be a good project for the men.
For now, I'm gonna head in the mansion that's sunproof before the
Right.
sun comes up.
I'll talk to the men, get things set up with them, and then I will follow.
All right, I'll see you inside, and Yolanda will head inside that cave mansion and take one of the sunproof rooms.
And I'm sorry, Isaiah, go ahead and make a leadership or a persuasion roll to instill in all your workers that, yeah, we're watching these kids now. That's in the job now.
Elena, would you come with me and assist?
Sure.
How can you argue with tiny little Latina mom?
Let's see if I have a mechanic that could help. I mean, I will more than happily
You have at least one
flex.
dot in persuasion or leadership.
I think I have some in persuasion. Yeah, I've got
'Cause I'm-
3 dots in persuasion.
So
Then
if
yes,
I
you can give
did,
him one bonus die to his roll if you help him.
Okay.
all right,
I give dot or give dice.
3 successes.
3.
I suppose I should use a willpower just to see if I can't make it a little better. Can't roll the hunger.
I mean, 3 successes is fairly good. That might be enough.
A little better is always better. Make it 4.
Okay, yeah, they're all, it's not that hard of a pitch. A lot of these people are, selfish or damage themselves, but overall they're decent people that you all know, and it's not a hard order to say we're going to look after these poor, helpless children who are about to get enslaved.
I know I remember I specifically recruited people that I had helped previously
Or had connections with them,
escaping.
yeah.
So I figure most would be relatively on board.
But yes, you give a nice, inspiring speech. They're all going about their shit. After that, you go join Yolanda and chill for the rest of the night.
I do want to have them, because I fear we have 1, maybe 2 bunkhouses. I want to talk to them about throwing up another building or 2. And tell them
We have
do
already
have...
used like half the space, but yeah, they can put up another bunkhouse if you want to use the rest of it for that. Just FYI.
That's fine. It'll get converted in time, probably, but we can build outside the walls from there.
So
Would
they'll
you
get
like
to
me to
work on
do...
that when they're not mining or when they have run out of room in the carts.
And I'll tell them we do have a few foremen that will be coming to assist with more experience in mining. They're from the Kangs.
So got to keep an eye on them, right? Like, watch their gun, make sure they're not drawing. They're not going to just try to, points a finger at his head.
There should only be 2 of them.
In our suit.
They're not sending
so
miners, just people with more experience to get the operation moving. They're handling our sales and the processing of the ore, so they've already got a decent share.
In our suit, bitch.
I guess I should have figured he was in on this, but we're all still getting bonuses with that first batch of silver, right?
Yes, I'll have to recover my initial costs, and then I'll make sure each of you receives a good pay.
You already rolled a 4. I won't make you roll again. He says, good to know, good to know. And they're off back to whatever the hell they're doing. Probably you were saying this to one of the guys on guard duty, just staring over the ramparts. And Elena, did you have anything else you wanted to do with the night?
Apart from a once over on every kid, just so I'm not like none of the like maybe more major or like underlying injuries go unnoticed. Like
So you
I'm
follow
assuming
them
that
easily enough. They don't get far into the caves. But if you begin touching them and looking over their bodies and such, go ahead and give me some sort of charisma roll, because they are weary of you, even after the first aid.
Would Ingenue help with this? The appearing
Yes, it
very
would.
innocent.
okay, cool. So just straight up charisma plus ingenuity.
Persuasion, manipulation, something maybe. Craft childcare. I don't think that's a skill.
Is it? I don't know. I can do
It is now.
persuasion, charisma, plus ingenuity. I think. Wait, how much does ingenuity give me?
And you can get another +1 on top of that, I'd say, because you are a mother yourself. You have experience with kids.
Oh, I can add 2 for ingenuity +1, so 3 altogether. Cool. +3. Bang. All right.
And let's see.
Sheesh.
Okay, yeah, you are fully 6. You could call them a hostile mob with a roll that good. So I'd say they are fully like now hugging your legs. Some of them, the older ones, one of them actually speaks to you a little more at length. They say their name is River Rat. He says, yes, most of us don't speak English. I do. Most of them want me to thank you to We are okay. I think the injured ones are, they still hurt, but they'll be okay.
What is his name? River Rat?
Yes.
Okay.
I would always
Yeah.
crawl into the river or creeks, my mom said. I was trying to drown myself. And
Oh
as a little
no.
rat.
Hijo, no, stay away from rivers and
I'm a
creeks.
very good swimmer. I mean, I am now.
Or maybe you can show me sometime. But until then, we're going to just get some rest. Make sure you get a little bit of something to eat, and if anything hurts, just tell Tia, okay?
Okay.
And then she kind of just
Are you from Mexico?
see. I am from Mexico. I know I
We
may not look
we
it,
should
but
get there
I'm.
too. We need to get over the border to Mexico. Slavery's illegal there. They're at war with the U.S.
Mm-hmm. See now,
It's only a couple 100 miles or something, right? I mean, if we had
it is a
supplies,
distance, but it is not for children to make just like you're going down to the creek bed. No. This is a journey that takes a long time and is very dangerous. So let's let's put that on the side for now. Let's do one thing at a time. First off, why don't we all start getting ready to sleep, getting ready for bed? You've been up all night. No sense
we're
in
just gonna. You're
trying
okay,
to
but we
cross
were
the
gonna
journey.
find a hidey hole or something. We were gonna go find some place we could, you know. We'll keep a lookout or something, but we don't want the men to know where we are. If anyone brings, slave catchers or
No, you're quite safe here. I promise. I will. We have plenty of protection here.
there's
Um,
women with us though, and there's all men up there.
I will be here. I am unfortunately I have an illness that makes it hard for me to stay awake during the day. But while it is night, I will watch over, and during the day there will be plenty of people to take care of you. Until
Okay, we'll
then,
just slap
we'll
you
just
awake if there's a problem. You have a gun. Can
uh
you get one? I noticed a lot of the men up there have guns. I should have a revolver too, just to, deter anything.
Uh, Elena is going to give him sort of a cross look, and what is it called?
I speak for the collective. Lots of them have agreed I should have a revolver. They'd feel better if I had something. Someone they trusted was armed.
She's going to. How old does this kid look?
Maybe 10.
10. She's going to take the revolver she has, and she's going to empty all the bullets and put it on
Okay, that's a
the
fucking
table.
subterfuge roll of I've ever fucking heard it. So
Oh
dexterity, I think.
no. So she's gonna take it, empty all the bullets, and she's gonna put it on the table. She's like, if you can grab this gun before I do, then you can use it. Until
All right, he'll lunge
all
forward
right.
immediately. He doesn't wait for you to finish that word.
Okay. Is this a contested like dexterity thing? Because I'm gonna try to grab
Yeah,
it before he can.
yeah, of course. It's dexterity something. Dexterity acrobatics, dexterity.
Shoot, I'll
Sleight of
do
hand.
dexterity subterfuge if you'll let me.
I'd even let you use fucking performing if you let me, if you had it.
I have a dot in both. So I'll go
There
with
you go.
subterfuge. I feel like that feels right for some reason. And then dexterity. Bang. Let's see how well that rolls. Okay. I'm gonna willpower. I'm gonna willpower and reroll 2 of those dice. Cause damn. Let's see. I do not want this kid to have these dice.
You never said you'd let him use your bullets.
That is the fallback
True.
plan, I imagine.
Hit 3 of those.
And
Damn. Okay.
with one success against his two, it is not a total failure, and he doesn't get the bullets too. He just has the gun, and you clamp down on the bullets when you realize you've lost that.
I did say you could have the gun. I did not say you could have the bullets.
Okay, but you have to promise not to tell anyone else it's not loaded.
Of course, your secret is safe with me. And she smiles and like gives him a little wink.
Okay. And you lead them topside, you get them someplace safe or wherever.
Yeah, as much into shelter as possible. Make sure they have at least enough water for the day. I don't know how much food they can spare, but like
You got a
just
pretty
something.
good array of food. I mean, Isaiah owns a general store, and he loaded up the wagon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just enough to get them for at least a day, and then we can kind of figure things out tomorrow night.
Sure. And if none of you have anything else, well, I imagine you're probably poking over the journals with your last couple hours of night.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's just gonna be a nightly thing for Elena.
Just say sure. But Isaiah, you specifically, while you're looking over your journal, actually, Elena, where are you staying? Since Yolanda and Isaiah are both in the mansion, do you go anywhere? It's particular.
That's a good question.
You could stay with the kids and they would probably appreciate it, but who knows how they'd react to the daytime thing.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to, and also I don't want them to be like trying to like wake me and then realize that I don't have a heartbeat. Shoot. Is there anybody in Isaiah's crew that has like seems reasonably like parental enough? Like basically it's just like, hey, I just need somebody to watch, keep an eye on these kids. They won't,
Maybe
you know,
insight
cause
resolve, insight composure. I don't know.
okay. Insight, composure. Or could I do wits?
Yeah, I think wits should be allowed. It's perception.
Okay.
To see any signs of. You look at that guy and think, hey, that guy is bald at 40 and has deep fatigue to his eyes. He's probably a father. And you go ahead and poke him on the shoulder, and he does indeed look particularly sympathetic towards the kids and agree, yeah, I'm happy to put off hitting a wall for 12 more hours instead of if the counter job is sit here with these kids and make sure they're all right. So that one speaks English.
See, that one speaks English. Just keep an eye. You don't have to, hold their hand. Just if they need water or food or anything else in particular. And then I believe their dressing should be okay for the next day or so. But if anything, just treat them as you would a sick child. Just check in every couple of hours if you could.
I know how to handle kids. I've got a couple of my own, but yeah.
All right. Gracias, señor. I appreciate it. And then, um, if you need anything, just leave it on a note, or if there's anything that needs to be addressed, just leave it on a note, and I'll come see it in the morning or evening.
Yeah, I
That's what
can't
I
read
said.
or write, miss, but I know where to find you. It's fine.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah. With that, and then she's just gonna walk away awkwardly. That's it for me for
Told
today.
me how to look after kids. Both my kids lived past 16.
Oh no.
In any case, as where do you go to spend a night? You're going down to the mansion or just your own room down underground?
Yeah, it'll probably be mansion, same place that I was spending where
So
we
you
could
and Isaiah are
find.
both in the journal collection, all extra plate.
Yeah.
Great. And as you are there, Isaiah, you feel a little tickle in your ear, and then an uncomfortably close voice say, "Oh, Isaiah, Isaiah, that's not very smart, don't you really think?"
What do you mean? Could you warn me
And
or at least
suddenly
not be
you
so close?
You feel his weight fully on your back, I was about to say, after the words come out, and he drops down, crudely landing behind you, and waddling into view for both of you. Oh, don't be a prude. I've drank you how many times now? Far more intimate than just a little grapple. And when I come to give you free advice, too, tisk, tisk, tisk.
Sorry. We were just in a firefight. Excuse me for being jumpy.
Like bullets. Barely they hurt you these days, don't they? But, you really think it's wise to not go meeting the mayor? Just gonna leave that one on Yolanda? Hmm?
If what they said is true and this Tory is one of us, I have
He
no
is.
guarantee Yolanda comes back alive.
That's cold. That's cold. You wanna know if you could go there? Alive and unhurt?
You're not getting another snack if that's what you mean.
How about you, Elena? Are you just gonna hide back here, see how it goes, let her come kill you here, if it comes to that?
Ooh, the mayor's wife?
Yeah. She's another like you know how fucking tough they are. This one probably knows it better than you. Who knows what
Uh,
she's capable of?
this is true, and this is why we are going to meet her. I am not going
You're
to.
going to then?
Isn't it tomorrow night?
Yes, it
Sorry, out
is.
of meta. Okay. I mean, I
He
thought we
just
were
popped
going
in
to.
because Isaiah said early in the episode that he wasn't going.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Like, so regardless of who she is obviously, whether she's the mayor's wife or not, she's someone who has been around longer than we have, and if she is willing to talk and conversate in a way, maybe we can learn something. I am not going to sit here idly by while I suffer through this condition. And I certainly don't want to be making bargains for everything. My ankle still hurts,
Give it a day or two.
if you say so.
Well,
She's just going to ignore Rathio.
Was there anything else?
nah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I came all this fucking way. Like to get a bite out of one of you.
Mm.
Damn it, I already promised not to
Maybe
go
there'd be
after a
some
little
nice
kid.
bison you could find.
It just doesn't hit the same. And he wanders out.
Have a good day. Elena, that does bring up the point, though. When you speak with this Tory, try and get as much information as you can out of her.
I will do my best, senor.
Mm.
I am not one to play around with such serious matters, especially since she is indirectly threatened my children.
Perhaps in a few weeks, once we have enough money, your children and that doctor can move out to here.
Perhaps. I will see what the doctor says. His clinic it has quite a few people that come in and out.
It is an
I
important
know.
service.
I'm sorry.
It is an important service, yes.
I don't know. I would like to move the children closer to me, but I don't. I am not sure if I could convince everyone to move. And if I'm being honest, it is nice to have a place in the town, in the city. At least there, I know I can send my kids to, uh, you know, to the general store or even the churches for Sundays.
I just thought of next time you speak with the doctor, see if he knows any good barbers. One that could come out here.
I will ask.
Thank you.
We'll glaze over the reading if, you don't learn anything in particular. I am keeping track, and this is another 2 hours, though, so you're pretty close to finishing the first book that you're each on. So, night ends, or rather, the morning comes, the sun rises, you all fall into your strange, helpless unconsciousness, and it is now 7 p.m. on 27th, whichever date it was on the recap. Yes, 27th.
Yay, rouse time.
Rousing.
And
I
if
know
you
you
have
said
any
that.
more
Every
healing,
time.
I'm good.
Let's go.
remember it's 3 if you need to heal any aggregate damage.
Yolanda wakes up. Well, after Ilana wakes up, Yolanda wakes
Elena
up.
is the first one up. She has the highest humanity.
I know. I said after Garcia wakes up.
I do love that I'm like the early waker. About what, 7 p.m. right after sunset?
Yes.
Okay. Elena's gonna go check on the kiddos, see how everyone's doing.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do. I don't think they'd all be asleep yet. Most of them are. River Rat seems to be keeping watch in a way. And so is, more pragmatically, the adult you put on it. He is still just kind of hanging out with, not actually doing anything with any of them because they are mostly asleep, but forcing himself to stay awake and keeping an eye on them.
She's gonna come up to him and say, "Thank you. Please go get some dinner and get some rest. I can take care of it from here."
Go get the. Hey, it'll be damn nice. Might turn in early.
Nobody has any serious injuries, right? Apart from some scratches or cuts or bruises.
Two
I'm
of them were
assuming.
shot, but they are stable.
Oh,
They've
that's
already
right.
been treated.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Just update the dressings and the bandages. Make sure everyone has something to eat. I'm gonna find River Rat and then we're gonna keep them here, right?
Plan.
I'm gonna find River Rat and ask him if he'd be willing to come with the what is it called?
3.
No, sorry. Let me phrase my question here. Basically, I'm just asking River Rat if he would be okay with one, the kids staying here at the camp for a little while, and two, if Elena were to um start setting up like tents and buildings for them with the help of Isaiah and everybody, if like any of the kids would be willing to like help pitch in or like, like do chores, basically trying to help out the camp as much as possible. The ones that are able-bodied enough, at least.
I'll say that's a separate persuasion, whatever check to convince them to, put in some work if they're able. And some of them are old enough, 5 to 10 range. You can do simple chores.
Yeah, nothing, nothing crazy. Just like if there's like food to be cooked, like they can like gather firewood and stuff like that. So for real, just yeah, simple stuff, simple stuff. So just because I don't know how long they're gonna be there, and I don't want them to kind of just be a strain on the resources if without doing some kind of work. So persuasion, charisma coming right up.
And it's not that hard to sell. They already do adore you, and they honestly are probably pretty bored, if anything, locked up in this small area. But so getting them to do a few easy tasks isn't that hard.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'll make sure they get set up for the night, and then I'll wait for Yolanda, and we'll make our way back.
Mm-hmm. Yolanda
Right.
brushes herself off, make sure she has her weapons, then go to Isaiah real quickly. Isaiah?
Evening. Good evening. How may I help you?
Evening. You got the list? Or are you coming to town with us?
Here's the list, and Kang should recognize you, but if you have time, inquire as to when the first shipment will be sold and when they'll be ready for another.
We'll see.
Thank you. I'd like
But
to get these men their first payment and what I owe you as quick as I can.
For now, I'm focused on getting this list to your employer.
Employee.
Employee.
Also, the boy wanted a gun. I'm gonna reach in my pocket and pull out $10. That should be enough for a varmint rifle.
A
He's
what?
the right age. A varmint rifle, very low caliber.
All right,
Can
I'll
shoot
get him.
sparrows with it, but that's about it.
All right, I'll get him his bar what rifle? He said
Varmint, like critter.
varmint rifle. I'll make sure.
And
I get
Yolanda, as a gunslinger, would be familiar.
Yeah.
$10 is like a fair price for something like that, right?
Sounds good to me.
She'll take the cash in the list and then go wait by the entrance for Elaine.
Elena does all the work, and then I show up and give the kid a gun. I'm the cool
And in
dad.
that case, actually, Isaiah, you'd over here too. It's not a huge area. As Yolanda leaves the manor and steps out to the commons area, Dwight is waiting right outside. He's looking somewhat nervous, but smiles when he sees you. Hey, boss.
Right.
Great. The Chinese folks showed up like you said, but there's 5 of them, plus a wagon. They said something about a siege.
I will go speak with them.
Yeah, I can't understand a damn thing. They barely speak English.
Don't worry, I speak a bit of Chinese. Picked it up working for them.
Good, good. And if you all make your way topside while Elena's checking on the kids and such, that's just finishing up. And Isaiah, you get to the gates where you see 5 fairly annoyed looking Chinese folks, some of which you might recognize if only casually. One of them turns and says, finally, the one who speaks Mandarin. We brought a number of supplies, including the proper tools to mine silver, but the most important is this here. He slaps a large box in the back of the wagon. It's narrow, rectangular crate. This must be watched extremely carefully, highly combustible. If you're sieged, open it, point the pointy part towards the sky, and light the fuse, but only at night. It will be seen from Sonoma and be a signal for us to send assistance or alert the law.
Oh. Fireworks.
Yes, powerful firework. As dangerous as dynamite or more. Your employees
What?
are rude. They wouldn't even let us come in to use their bathrooms and such.
Well, when you say you're bringing in explosives for a siege,
Need to spend more time studying this language.
you'll pick it up working with the men.
So,
Now then, let's get you all
3 of us
inside.
are staying. That is the offer, at least. One of us will bring the wagon and such back. 2 of us, actually. The other 3 are staying. They will assist you in setting up a proper mining operation.
Thank you. There's some proper rooms down in the mine. We can clear 2 of them for them.
They bow politely. Thank you. And they quickly go about and work with meticulous efficiency unloading the wagon.
Now tell me, how do you just spark it at the end, or is there anything else that needs done?
Works the same as a light dynamite fuse.
Right, I'm going to speak to the men. This is a large firework. treat it like you would dynamite. If there's ever bandits, which is unlikely, point it up and light the fuse. It's like a flare. They'll see it from Sonoma, and we'll have some friends here to help.
There's a few murmurs at that. People look nervous about it, but no one challenges you or makes a fuss or anything.
When we start pulling silver out of the ground in the quantities I expect, there'll be plenty trying to get a piece of it for themselves. The Kangs want to ensure that that doesn't happen.
Oh, yes, that is also worth mentioning. The guy says on his way out. 3 men staying here, good with guns.
Oh, they are.
Yes. They didn't bring
I
any
might-
long barrel rifles or their chakaku because they thought that it might look intimidating, but they have revolvers at least, and if you could put a proper rifle in their hands, they can fight.
They are what?
Kanu? It's a
Wh-
Chinese peasant crossbow.
Oh,
Very effective. Very deadly, especially against lightly armored people like here.
I would welcome them bringing such a device.
Well, the next shipment up here then. I imagine we'll all have one. Or at least one or a rifle.
We'll see what we can do, but we have time, I feel still. Now, I should start speaking with them, take them down, and get things together.
So we'll get to work first thing at morning's light. We rise at dawn and sleep at sundown.
I'm more of a night owl. I get my work done when there's less to distract me. Now, let's get you to your rooms. It's a decent ways down, but there's 3 large rooms that are empty that can be used. They're finished.
And they are relatively impressed coming in and seeing all that, but we can glance over that. Yolanda and Elena, that happens in the first hour or two of the night. You're making your way down to the manor, meanwhile. And I did want to tell Elena, what's her name, the spirit in the red and yellow dress, is following you again.
We're
into
heading
into the mine.
No, into the city when you get back,
Oh,
when
into
you
the
begin
city. Oh,
traveling
okay.
back.
Yeah, we're heading to the mayor's place.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of the one underground.
We're heading back to the city to the mayor and going to the mayor's place.
Okay, good to know. She doesn't ever cross into the actual city proper, right?
She followed Yolanda when you last saw her tailing you, and the other time she stayed around Isaiah's house.
Interesting.
She never followed you home, but she did seem to follow Yolanda or Isaiah back to wherever they resided.
Very interesting. Okay. All right. To the manor?
To the manor, then.
That's where we're going.
All right. And when you arrive for this meeting, even though it's past midnight, if only just, the gates open, and there's a deputy standing right by it, securing it shut as soon as you manage to pull through. Enjoy the party now.
Thank you.
Gracias.
And inside, it becomes clear immediately where he got the idea it was a party. The lavish parlor isn't just decorated with designer furniture, gold trim, and gorgeous arts, but also 3 stunning doxies. They appear to be chatting amicably, sipping wine, right up until you walk in, at which points they go silent and wait for the lady of the house to speak. Even without announcement, it's easy to feel where the power in the room is. Tori Nuvon is the only one who looks truly relaxed, comfortable in her plush chair beside the instrument. Her own dress is monochrome black, almost skin tight, far less flashy and far more elegant than the working girls who surround her. What's more striking, doubly so for a woman of her station, there are several piercings on her face, 4 small studs on either side of her nose, and a gold ring on her bottom lip. For a moment, you'd swear the music was emanating from her, but she dispels that notion by simply lifting a single hand off the strange stringed contraption on the table beside her. The sudden silence is heavy before she speaks. Seems our guests have arrived, ladies.
Are you the mayor's wife?
It's Tori Nuvon, yes. And you requested an appointment.
Yes.
And here's a pic.
They had these in the Wild West.
Piercings are old. Been doing that since fucking ancient times, just about.
Sorry, question. You said doxies? Are those? Sorry, I just
Prostitutes or entertainers of some sort.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm
Women
not
in
familiar
very
with that
colorful
word.
dresses.
I'm sitting here thinking like dachshunds.
No.
And what's her last name?
She introduced herself as Tori Nuvon.
Mrs. Yvonne. We wanted to. May we talk in private about this matter? If that's okay.
That's not necessary, Miss Yolanda. Anything you say to me, you can say to my accompaniments here. They are absolutely loyal to me, and I fear nothing from what they know.
Can
under
I get a sense for like what their relationship is? Like, is it like she pays them really well, or is it something deeper than that?
Insight, wits, insight, composure, something like that.
Insight, wits it. Insight, wits.
well, I have
Three successes.
we have questions because I have a feeling you know what we are.
And actually, yeah, with 3 successes, you are quite confident that these women are either lovers, children, or cult members to this woman. They look at her with absolute adoration that is seldom seen in people.
Okay.
Yes, Miss Yolanda, I do know what exactly you are. There are no secrets from the coalition I am a part of. Let's put it this way, How much did Mr. Martinez tell you, Miss Elena?
He told me a number of things. He said that you and I share many afflictions, as it were, and she like puts out her hand and is like, as if as if we suffer from the same, how you say, curse, perhaps. I've learned a lot of things in the last few days, and one of them being that we are no longer quite as human as we used to be. And that has led to us having not just new cravings, new or less life to us, but also new abilities, which I think you may have demonstrated to the good doctor. He was very, how you say, intimidated.
Yes, I do have that effect on men sometimes. Miss Yolanda can relate, I'm sure.
Yes.
But you missed the detail there that I think was quite important. I told Mr. Martinez that there are lots of people like me, and the reason people like him don't know that is because the people like me want it that way. Did he recall that detail?
Oh, yes, he made it quite clear that there's
You could think of me as the authority or branch of the lots of people like me in that regard. There is a government of sorts, I guess you could call it, amongst 80% or more of our kinds. And in this coalition, in this group, I am a recognized prince of this city.
Are you
And
royal?
that would mean, well, we'll get into
as
that
in
later.
a royal. A,
Yeah. Are you royalty?
In a sense,
this
more of
country
a
doesn't.
ceremonial title these days. And
In,
yes, I
in
know
this
it should be
country doesn't.
princess, but even when you're dead, it's a man's world.
Well, Prince Nuvan, we have so many questions. Like, what are we? And I know we're meeting a a werewolf. We're called Canaanites.
Oh, you did find one of the real words. Well, let's
Based on
put it this
us.
way. What you are is immortal, first of all, so good news. And in addition, the older you get, or more accurately, the more you consume, the more powerful you will become. Once you've lived a few centuries, well, there are Nightwalkers with powers you could scarce dream of, including the ability to scry information out of nothing just by asking the right questions. Now, Burris and his little friends, they were trying to oppose this coalition, us, and predictably they died. You, though, all of you, and also that colored one that you're always with, that's where things get more complicated.
We were
Like I,
we woke up in a mine trying to get out, and next thing you know, I have the urge to drink blood and sleep during the day. But
yes,
What do you
those
mean by
are
complicated?
we didn't know what we are at first, but we're trying to basically figure out, trying to understand more of this life.
I can give you something for free as a elected servant. But my husband, he's always making that joke. There are a few traditions that you're expected to follow, and I'll explain why it's important you follow them by the sixth tradition. First, you must hide the existence of vampires as much as possible. The less they know about us, the better. We are incredibly vulnerable for half of every day, no matter how powerful you become. So, second, a kindred's hunting ground is their territory. They can do whatever they want in their territory. You have no right to disrupt this. Third tradition, do not create more vampires unless you have permission of a elder, or in most cases, your prince. The fourth, if related, it is entirely your responsibility what children you make do. Meaning, if you make someone that you shouldn't, they kill someone they shouldn't, then you are a murderer as much as them. Now, you are expected to offer hospitality to visitors in your domain who come peacefully, and in turn, you are expected to present yourself whenever you enter a domain. Of course, in this case, I was the only kindred in the city, and the entire city is my domain as the prince. And that brings me to the last right. The right to kill a vampire belongs solely to the elder or the prince. So you see where I'm going with that.
Yes, I understand. But is there any hint kind of ways of any hints on feeding, not leaving any traces or something?
I will tell
See,
you that much. I don't want you to die, either of you. I think you could be useful to me. I think, well, I might get muscled out of this post if I play my cards wrong, and 3 new kindred who owe me a favor, that's worth considering. Especially when 2 of you are so respected in the community, and this one here's so good with a gun.
she nods. Yolanda nods.
We can help each other. We can all be friends. Elena, I know I threatened to kill your children, but I wasn't actually going to. I mean, even if I did want to silence him, why would I kill the kids? I'm just going to kill him. But, so sorry for that.
How sorry does she sound? Like, is she act like?
You can give me an insight, something they'll roll. Well, what
Okay,
will they roll? Manipulation, subterfuge? That sounds right.
gonna incite the shit out of this woman. I know it's gonna fail, but I have to try anyway.
Looks like it's 5 to 3 successes. She sounds genuine and she makes a point. Is there any reason to actually kill the kids in that case if she wanted to silence him? If anything, wouldn't it just make her job harder or whatever?
Elena relaxes her stance a little bit. I understand. It's as you say, this is a man's world, and sometimes the traditions of man overlook the sensibilities of a woman. However, I am curious. What happens if you have a you say kindred? Is that another?
Kindred, K-Knight, vampire. You know, the Eskimos have 20 words for snow, they say.
I see. If a kindred has children, what becomes of them? Are they supposed to be
If you
turned?
play your cards right and you impress me, maybe you'll get the right to turn them as well when they're of appropriate age. As long as you stay on my good side, I don't see any reason why I'd want harm to come to them.
Is this a painful process?
It depends on your clan, but not generally, no. And isn't a night of pain worth immortality? Quite, quite a gift. I'm sure it's not the only gift. How long? You've been like this, the better part of a week now, at least.
Hmm. How long has it been? Sorry, just wondering out loud. How many? It's only been like what, about a month, right? Since we've.
Let's see. It was February 1857. Shit, I didn't actually say the date, just the February on the first level. So it's the 29th right now. So, shit, might as well just counted the actual days.
Yeah, because the last date I had was like about 2 weeks had passed, but that was
February
yeah
22nd at one point. Doesn't sound right, though.
yeah okay okay.
So,
So
yeah, we'll
but
say 6 days.
okay, holy smoke, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Elena's gonna kind of ponder and think about all that. But then after a little bit, so she sort of asked, like, so what should you have? What would you have us do then? I assume that none of this relationship will come with just fancy dinner parties and but yeah, Elena's just gonna ask like what does she want out of all of this?
Lies in the city, for starters. And I think this town has potential. I think it could be a great city, rivaling New York in a century or two, if we play our cards right.
What do you What do you want? You said flies in the city.
I want this city prosperous. I want it to be powerful, and I want to be safe in my position for 1,000 years or more.
Okay, I suppose we can help you, Prince. But you didn't answer my question on how I can hide
No,
proof.
no, my sincerest apologies. That is something I will tell you, and I very much wish I should. Uh, you can erase your bite marks on anyone simply by salivating over them for a few seconds.
Lick the wound.
Well, it's more than one lick. It takes a minute or so, but yes. And another. I'm sure you've noticed simply drinking blood won't sate you fully unless you kill someone, and, well, there haven't been any suspicious bodies in the city, so I don't know that you've done that.
I haven't killed anybody. I killed a bandit outside. I killed a bandit, drained him dry, but I
Yes,
haven't.
but you understand my points. There is a little bit of hunger in both of you right now, I bet, isn't there? At least.
I don't feel the hunger when after I drained that bandit dry.
I am used to being hungry.
But in the past, I did. Felt it.
Well, just for Miss Elena, then, I'll show you a little trick and you can be demonstrated. See the demonstration with your own eyes. And she rings a bell, and Mr. Richard Duvon, funnily enough, comes in with a tray and tips his hat and says, casual enough, hello, hello. And pulls the lid off his serving tray and looks like it might be pork, just like a thick line of some sort of meat, some flesh, raw by the looks of it, cut into slices. She picks one up and says, there's very little we can eat, our kind, and that's a shame. But human flesh still will sate you all the way, fill your stomach. If you eat at least half a pound or so, or a couple pounds. And she begins chowing down on one of these slices, eating it like a cracker of sorts.
Uh, okay. Sorry, I did not know that.
Yolanda's eye.
I mean, it's not canon in the rules.
You eat people?
Well, there's bodies enough to go around these days. I wouldn't kill someone just to eat them. It's wasteful.
Elena's gonna have a mild look of shock on her face, um, and just kind of ask, "Where do you get these supply? I suppose are they all volunteers, or are they people that you?"
Executed criminals, mostly. You know, no one looks too hard at the grave of a bandit, so if one of the deputies hacks off a couple limbs and slides them in, replaces them with a log, who's gonna notice?
See, Miss Tori, obviously you're very uh powerful, and I assume older than you look. See, as you mentioned, we live for a long time. How how long have you lived?
Me persuasion or some sort.
Persuasion, charisma.
With 2 successes at least, you won't offend with the question. We'll see how you get.
Can I hit her with some ingenue? Or actually,
Ingenuity.
wait. I have a thing for when I first meet somebody. Hold on. Add a 2 dice to social interactions with strangers. Um, for being pale.
Go ahead.
My remarkable feature. Cool. Heck yeah.
4 successes, she says. Well, lady never tells, but there is. Let me tell you the broad categories. There are the Methuselah. These are. They've been around so long, they're barely practically gods. There probably were a number of pagan gods throughout history, but those are all far off in Middle East or Africa, or India, Asia. Not so many in the New World. There's above them the Antediluvians, That would be well, the alleged 12 son surviving progeny of the first vampire, more or less. I'll tell you the full tale some other day. But for now, just know the further back you go, the less there are of us and the more powerful those individuals are. Anything you sire will be weaker than you by at least a factor.
And
But below these Methuselah are the elders. Below them are what we call the Ansele, or the proven ones. Just the most common category by far. And below them, at the very bottom of this hierarchy, are the fledglings. These are, well, technically a vampire that's still bound to their sire, but your sires are dead. And before I tell you any more, I would love to hear more about that.
I don't know. My
See,
son.
we woke up in a room with a candles.
Yeah.
We came out. We freed our caravan and um traveled through a mine.
Mm-hmm. And the
Um,
mine was filled with bandits. They
oh,
were,
see, the mine was filled with bandits and
I
uh,
think, they were trying
we,
to sacrifice us or something because we did see a son undead.
see, there was a man no longer alive but still moving, and then
Mm-hmm.
they had a bowl of fire at the entrance.
Seemed like they were trying to keep a Canaanite out. And an undead, that is concerning. I know I told you that the vast majority of our kind fall under the coalition of which I am a part of. The necromancy is not a common practice in this coalition.
But what possible? But I, for some reason, I'm always charming and I'm faster. Plus, I can hear a great distance, hear things and see things at a great distance.
By the look of you, I'd say you're of the same clan as me, dear. You're a Toreador. One clan for each of those civilians I mentioned earlier.
What about me? I am not as fast as her, but I see in the night as if it were daytime.
And plus, I think she can talk to ghosts. I think.
Yes, that sounds like the Giovanni's. Italy is somewhat of its own nation amongst our kind. They're an independent clan. Held out grip in it for a long time with their necromancy, but strange folks, twisted folks, even by our standards.
And what would you make of Isaac? He can also see in the dark, but also saw him using claws or something.
Would assume he's the same clan as this one here.
He's a
He,
little
he,
different.
he froze a man in his tracks just by looking at him.
Well, no, Cainite is exactly the same, even within a clan.
Mm.
I might be better at certain things than you are, Yolanda, and unlikely as it is, there might be some things you're better at than me.
Hmm. Well, if we're called, you and I are called Toreador.
Yes, the irony isn't lost on me, Miss Tori Nuvan.
I see. So that's why I'm always charming stuff.
And obviously I'm biased, but quite lucky, the best clan by far.
Well, if you can help me understand it, then I would owe you a favor if you would become
Oh,
like
you
a.
two both owe me quite a large favor already. I mean, I explained the traditions. I can execute you right this moment.
No, no. What I meant is, what will it take for you to be a mentor to me, as I'm still new to this life?
Uh, we might be able to work something out in that regard, but first and foremost, I would like you both to acknowledge, and it is important for legal reasons, that you both owe me a great boon.
Well, if it will help.
A boon?
Yes, after all, I am sparing your lives, giving you shelter in my domain, carving out territory for you, and I could just as easily devour both of you right here, and I might even get stronger from it.
Hang on. Boon is what we call what our.
Just a favor.
That's another word for favor in our world.
It's a favor.
Is it? I'm sorry, maybe I'm not understanding, but is it something where it's Again, I appreciate all of your help and your graciousness towards us, but is this something where we would be bound to you in a way? I'm confused. I just want to make sure that I'm
All it
understanding
means
correctly.
is that on the off chance, if in a century or so, say, I have a much larger following and you have someone else you might think to work for, I can call back on this. And if I make clear that you've broken a boon you've honored, you become an enemy of all the coalition.
Okay. All right.
That seems reasonable, I suppose. A century is a long time.
Yeah. All right. I, Yolanda, will owe you great boon. You call it?
Ready?
Hmm?
See, Elena Garcia Hernandez, acknowledge the boon that is owed to you, and will hopefully be able to honor it to the best of my ability. I I don't understand, but sure, if this is what is required, then by all means.
Yes. You seem like an honest woman. I'm sure everything will work out just fine. But,
And know that I will. Know that I pay my debts.
well, that does get a little more difficult with sudden changes. I'm sure you mentioned the fire and your initial escape, yes?
Yeah.
You know that's effect.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm always fearful of fire.
Uh, Senora, a question. Are you familiar with creatures that like a rodent or a small animal that would have a man's face and speak?
How about she rolls occult intelligence? Not her best stats, but she has some 4 successes. To take such a form would probably be a Zeminski, a flesh crafter. It's a tradition that one of the lost clans has. It can do all sorts of strange things, maybe shoving a human brain on a rat's body. But other than that, it would have to be a powerful fae or spirit or demon or something to just conjure an image like that and to
A
choose it in
demon,
the first place. Oh, yes.
as in the demons of hell?
Well, it's funny enough. I don't. Well, I can guess your religious beliefs. She stares at your crucifix. But everything I've learned since my embrace into this world suggests the only religion that's kind of right is Hinduism. And even then, really just the part about the giant serpent that eventually devours all things. Basically, there's a god, the eater, the void, whatever. And sometimes actual intelligent manifestations come out of that, and they exist just to spread destruction, consume, eliminate life, order, anything of that sort. Mostly life. Like I said, just as likely to be a fae fucking with you. But you've seen this creature. This isn't a hypothetical question.
We did see. Are you talking about Rathu?
See, I had assumed that it was another kind of like the wolf person, and maybe it was something like us, where it was bitten and afflicted with this condition.
Did you say wolf person by chance?
See, there was an individual that had appeared before someone in our group. He had explained, or he what did he say? What did he explain himself as?
He said
What?
he needed help going after that caravan, and that he
Yes,
knew Isaiah.
yes. His name was White Wolf. Um, I think it was White Wolf, but he said that there are many creatures out there, and like he explained to us that his people are native to these lands, but I had assumed that he was one of the creatures that we spoke of, similar to us.
It's not impossible, but were rats are almost extinct, if I recall.
He said he was a demon. He was a demon, or or his mother slept with a warlock, something like that.
Well,
To
I'm
be
not sure
honest,
if
I
this
don't.
is shocking news to you or anything, ladies, but demons can and do lie.
See, the devil is the father of our lies.
I mean, not really, but I suppose it's a good aphorism still.
Um, I'm so sorry to keep asking you questions, but I just need to know. As long as we abide by these traditions and these laws, will the doctor and my children be safe?
And as safe as anyone in this world.
All right.
No reason to
And
be your enemy, Miss Elena. Truly.
no, no, I would rather make friends than enemies. I just want to make sure that they are taken care of. The doctor has been very kind, and my children need not be put in any more danger than they already have been.
Yes, can't imagine it was an easy trip here from up south, given current events.
No, it was not.
Well, I imagine things will have a turn for the better here now that the head of that snake is off, Burris. But we'll have to just see. I mean, we're not even sure entirely what his other two teammates were up to, what they got out of this.
Was he also a uh, kindred?
Yes, Burris was one of us, but not part of the coalition. He ran off to start his own little army empire and wage war against the United States. Foolish.
Is that guy we killed or someone else?
No, Burris is dead all before you. He's presumably one of your sires, but you never met him or anything.
Also, we
can't-
didn't kill him. We just know that he's dead.
Yeah,
I can't remember my sire. I don't know who they are.
yes, that's really the mystery. Like I said, you can ask the right questions, and, well, the closest seer is in San Francisco, and she's a little difficult to work with, but
But either way, when we see Isaiah, we'll bring him to you.
feel free to fill him in yourself. We don't have to have more nighttime visits than we need. You never know who's watching, who's paying attention, especially if
Sure.
there's a wolf man out in the wilderness there.
Does he
That is a
also
problem.
need
These
to-
things are very dangerous, hostile to our kind in almost all cases.
Does he also need to swear as we did?
Oh, I'll get to that sooner or later, I'm sure.
I see.
But
Uh,
thank you for not killing us in this meeting.
See, it was very informative, and again, we appreciate your uh, grace towards us.
Of course, and if you want my orders as well, I will give you just the general suggestion. Work out a way to feed that doesn't draw any attention to you. It's the first and most simplest thing you need to be a sufficient member of society.
I try to not leave any. I try not to draw too much attention when I feed.
I think
Yeah.
I will be only feeding on those who would be considered terminal. I do not want to usher any more unnecessary death into the world.
I shouldn't laugh at that, forgive me, but that's a goal that's not going to last long, believe me. Oh, come now, dear. You fled a war. There are many, many men that deserve death in the world, aren't there?
This is true, but I
And I already gave you that great news that God's not real, too, so, you're golden.
my husband fought and died not to wage war, not to have revenge against the country, but to make the world better for his family and for his people. I think I could only honor him by doing the same.
To each their own, just don't get yourself killed.
Of course.
Oh, thank you again for the meeting. And if you ever wish to talk, you know where to find me, right?
A gentleman's galley, yes.
My door is always open for you.
That's a little cheap for my tastes, but I might swing by once in a while.
Thank you. And Yolanda will, since she's royalty, bow respectfully to the prince.
Waves you off.
Yolanda leaves, and she'll
I also leave.
she'll head to Isaiah's general store.
It's
I
late in
will
the
head.
night, so it's probably closed up, but if you pounded on the door long enough, Maria would probably answer you, or the guard.
She'll pound and knock.
And you wait probably a good 5 minutes, but eventually she does come down, familiarly holding a shotgun, but only in her offhand as she sees it's you. Oh,
Hey, I was sent here by Isaiah.
Yeah, picking up supplies or something else.
Supplies as well as I need a. She tells her the name of the gun. Isaiah,
Oh
I
yeah, the
need
varmint rifle.
the barman. I need a barman rifle. Here's $10, and here's a list of supplies Isaiah wants.
Okay, I guess I can get this all loaded up and get to work on that.
The letter with the list of supplies also has a note at the bottom just saying those children are safe.
Good to know. And as they begin doing the manual labor there, go ahead and say Elena goes back to the clinic.
It's like what, 3 in the morning by now?
Probably closer to like 1 or 2.
1 or 2?
Say
Okay.
1 a.m.
Anybody still awake?
No.
Okay. So Elena is going to check in, do the rounds, check on patients. She's going to also leave a note for the doctor um, saying she's back and that she's not gonna be leaving the town for, or sorry, that she's gonna be leaving the town one more night probably, and that she would like to know. Actually, no, she doesn't have to do this because she's gonna get up at like 7 p.m. Okay, yeah, she's just gonna clean up and clean house and um, do her rounds on patients. That's all.
Yolanda will head back to the gentleman's galley, and before she goes, she'll tell Maria, "Can I have the rifle with the supplies tomorrow?"
Oh yeah, I could just load up the cart and have it ready for tomorrow evening.
All right, thank you. And sorry to wake you.
Get on with the job.
Please get some rest and have a good day. And Yolanda will leave and head back the gentleman's galley, and she will head to her special room to head to the gentleman's galley, see if anyone is awake.
Just the clerks and stuff. It's fairly late.
Any business here?
The bar looks relatively busy.
Jill, is Smoking Fox asleep or is she awake?
Asleep.
All right. Yolanda will then, since there's no trouble here, now she'll head to her special room in the bar and clean her weapons and get some rest. Or spend their time cleaning their weapons before going to torpor.
Anything that Elena or Isaiah do before they enter torpor?
Isaiah will
Uh,
see if he can't catch the Chinese men before they've gone to bed.
You can carry them out after them as they're unloading their actual supplies to sleep and live on.
Oh, that was same night. Never mind. I was thinking it was next night. Uh, After checking on the running of the mine, he's going to be focused entirely on those books for the day.
All right, and which one were you reading again? Which language?
I can read English ones and Chinese ones if there are any.
I think there were Chinese, so I'll just look at the English ones, which there were 5. And yeah, with this blurb, you do fully finish the first of the 5 books, and it is, relatively interesting. It's a first-hand account of, one of the Jamestown settlers, but it doesn't seem to tell you anything about your situation or anything like that. The last entry was over a century ago. And
Putting that in my notes.
second one seems to be a person who lived among natives for some time, but you don't get very far into it after his colony died.
All right. That's all.
And with that, we can move to 7 p.m. February 28th as you rouse for a new night.
okay. I'm gonna have to feed. I assumed I'd rise first. Is the doctor around?
7 p.m., yeah, he's just, closing everything up for the day, cleaning up the stuff like that he doesn't need.
What is it called? Sit with the doctor and basically, actually, no, I guess I could roleplay this. But basically, kind of just giving a very general gist of we met with the mayor's wife. She says she's not going to hurt us as long as we keep everything that we found out about these afflictions to ourselves, and more importantly, that anything that happens from here on out is, what is it called? Like we make sure, we make sure that nobody knows anything about vampires or any of this organization. It all stays between with us, hush hush. and then that if I am going to be like feeding and stuff, then I need to basically cover my tracks and how to do so. She taught us how to lick the wound, which will lead me into a next question. If there are patients that he deems are terminal, would he be okay with me uh moving, like helping them move into the next world or whatever? I don't know how to phrase it.
He is your friend, but I still feel like this has to be a persuasion something check because this is a big ask.
It is a big ask, I figured.
So you can get +1 to that.
I'm going to
Convince a doctor to let you kill their patients. I see that's comparable to convincing a cop that, your drugs aren't your drugs. So yeah, I'll say difficulty 5
Of course. Cool.
to get him fully on board. But you do have a bonus die for being,
For him being my friend. Yay.
because you spend like experience points on him as an ally or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let me read the wording of ally in the book.
Because this
Might be
one, this one was as part of my Grim Reaper category predator type.
What, you got ally specifically because you chose that feeding type?
Yeah, it says that I gain one what is it called? Gain an ally as part of this predator thing. I don't remember what the exact wording was. But the gist was is like I only feed on people that are like sick or dying.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna check the reading of allies in the book. It's just being a pain in the ass to have 4 too. Those who support and help you, family, friend. Oh, you haven't rolled yet?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking I might give you a lower difficulty, and yeah, I might lower that to 4 because they do generally help you, but it also specifically says they're not completely malleable.
Yeah, this is more just like if he would be okay.
Like if someone's going to die anyway, and it'll keep you sated, you have to do this now.
Based on what she said, it is something where if that person is or what is it called? I have to feed, but um, I I realize that when I do so, it is painful. It is not. It is not a pleasant experience. She said that there are others that it seems to be, or it would, based on what everyone is saying, the experience is pleasurable, but I don't think that is the case for me, and I would prefer to not. I would prefer to not prey on those who would otherwise be innocent civilians. I figure if someone is going to pass in the night, perhaps I can ease them into that. And um, really, I would prefer not to feed at all, but I don't know of any other method to abate this.
Can keep you in the loop with patients, and not as if calling bodies out of here is that uncommon.
No, and she did show me how to keep the wound from looking suspicious.
Good.
I would honestly, uh, I would ease their suffering, ease them into um, their transition. Is more so I don't want to move without your blessing, and really I am just here to assist.
And you do assist here, so I suppose if that's how you take your pay, fair.
See, I have come to other arrangements with fellows of mine, and that leads me to another question. I know that you have your clinic here, doctor, but uh, the one of the people that I was on the caravan with, he has a new business as in a mine. He was wondering if either you or someone you trusted could be part of the medical staff to help maintain the people that are working there. It's a dangerous job, I'm sure. I did not feel comfortable, asking you to uproot yourself. But he's looking for someone to live and work in that area. A few hours walk out of Sonoma.
I could probably do house calls if nothing else and keep my ear open. Might be able to trade an apprentice or something in year or so.
All right. Yeah. If that's something you can do, I will go and ask him about it. If that's okay.
I'll help when I can. That's all we can.
All right.
Anyone can do, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, doctor. After that, Elena's gonna check on the kids and what's it called? She's going to find Yolanda.
Not too hard to find her at the shop. Takes a minute or two to get the wagon ready.
Before,
Um, oh,
before Yolanda goes to the store, the shop, she makes sure everything is good at the gentleman's galley before leaving.
Are you gonna try to find someone that you can eat?
No,
Sorry, I might have cut out there for a minute.
she's gonna make sure business is okay at the gentleman's galley before going to the store to get the supplies.
No, it looks relatively okay. A couple people are eating. The bar is busy, like I said, but not like overwhelmed or a packed house or anything.
I know, but she'll ask Smoking Fox, see if she's there.
Yeah, she's probably still awake at 7 p.m.
Hey Fox, everything okay here?
Almost earning a profit. I
All right. Just want to make sure everything's okay before I go.
knew
And
those punks wouldn't actually try anything. We're fine.
all right. Thanks. And she'll nod and leave to head to the store to get the supplies.
And meet up with Elena, evidently.
Mm-hmm.
Senorita, are you going to head back to Senor Fields tonight?
Yeah, I have the supplies here.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back with you, and then I think I'm going to see about bringing my children with me for at least a few days. I don't want to have them by themselves with the doctor all the time, and I think them spending time with the kids at the mine might do them some good. I don't see too many children out and about here in the city. Would you be okay with them coming along?
Sure. But I won't lie, they'll have to be very careful.
Of
And you,
course. I will look out for them.
because I'm I prefer not to be near the native children due to they saw me. And
Of
don't
course.
and I don't want to offend them.
Of course.
But sooner or later, we'll have to bring them back to the village, back to town.
I agree. I we need to figure out a plan for them, but until then, I think we need as many hands as possible to look after them while they recover and to have a plan, next steps. All right. I will go gather them and then shall we leave after?
Yeah, I'm gonna get. I'm waiting for the supplies.
It's all set up and ready to go, so you head back to the mine, this time with children in tow on the dark path with only Elena's perfect dark vision to guide you. Is Isaiah up to anything in particular? He wanted to talk to the Chinese next night, he said?
I wanted to talk to the Chinese and then, depending on how long that takes, possibly go out hunting again.
Yeah, I think
My-
you can catch both of them. Like, they're getting back to their rooms, but they're not actually asleep yet, and one of them will greet you politely enough.
Sorry for the late hour. How were things today?
All right. It's hard to instruct when we don't speak the language properly, but I think we got your people working better. Faster, at least.
That's good. Is there anything you need in particular?
Well, best ask that after the caravan gets back, right?
Well, yes, but I can always make a list for in future.
See what we have when it gets back.
All right. Since they don't seem to want to chat or anything, I will go out and try and get a deer or something.
Right, that's composure plus animal handling I learned recently.
Oh, it is?
Or maybe it's resolve, I'll double check. I was just flipping through that section.
That's better for me than what I had been using. 3 successes on the hunt.
Ready. And it isn't dense forest, so it's not the hardest thing. I can't find it yet, so I'll just say, yes, you're good. You managed to find a... what's bigger than a raccoon, smaller than a deer? You find like one of those mountain goats or something. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it will slake you of true hunger as you drain it dry.
I'm back to eating goats, baby!
Full circle. And that seems like a good enough note to end the session on. So thanks for playing all.